Now, how many arguments with your other half have involved the phrase, "I'm not a mind reader"? Well, that comeback might soon be redundant, as scientists are working on what is being dubbed the telepathy chip, meaning that we could one day be able to communicate silently. Ooh. What would you be saying to me, Carol?
Have a guess.
I always think it's nice to have a little intrigue, a little mystery. And Rod and I, after 20 years, still say we're still finding out new things about each other, which keeps things fresh. If you knew everything like an open book, it would become a bit boring. And I think it kind of what makes us individuals as human beings, that little bit of privacy that just goes on inside our own minds.
So you wouldn't like anyone to be able to read your mind?
I just don't think it's healthy. I think it would take away our humanity.
And what if you could read Rod's mind? What do you think it would be saying?
we're very honest and open with one another, and he has a book, actually, an autobiography that I haven't read because I don't want to know all the details. I've heard it's an amazing book, but I know enough about my husband to not have to read every single little thought.
You know what Rod's thinking all the time?
What?
Do you think I'm sexy?
Yeah!
Nice one, Carol.
What about it, Brenda? Would you like a telepathy chip, be able to read someone's mind and have somebody read your mind?
I like to think I'm someone who just says what's on my mind anyway, which does get me into quite a bit of trouble sometimes in the past. But I am also... People, my friends and some of them think that I'm a bit spooky because, just for an example, well, myself and my daughter, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but if you've got a close family member and you say something, let's say, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
That happens to me a lot. But at the last couple of days I was away, and I was working on a ship, and there were 3 instances. So the first instance, I was doing a gig, and I'm in the gig, and then I was talking to the guests that were watching me, and I says, "OK, ladies and gentlemen, you get on with your chocolate mousse, and I'll see you in the second act." That's what I've said to them. I don't know what's on the menu, but it was chocolate mousse. No word of a joke. And I came back out and they're like, "How did you know that?" "I don't know, I just guessed it." And then there was a second instance on that same night.
Which is
on that
not
same
your
night.
own question.
Well,
you guessed it.
Yeah, no, but it was a good guess. It was like a perfect guess. And then I don't see it as guessing. Come on, Carol, give me this one.
Oh,
and
right.
And then there was another instance
Read
where...
my mind.
You're saying, Brenda, will you just shut up?
No, I'm not.
That's what you're saying.
I'm not.
So
what's the next one?
So the next one was I was supposed to meet my cousin, and I'd said to him, "I'll meet you on deck 5. That's where we were going to meet because we were going to go somewhere else." And then I just couldn't be bothered to go to deck 5, so I was like, "Oh, I wish I'd told him to meet me on deck 7. I got in the lift with all these people, and they were like, "Oh, where are you going?" I said, "Well, I'm supposed to be going deck 5, but I'm going to go deck 7. I pushed the button, deck 7. The lift opened, and he was on deck 7. He was on deck 7.
I think that's called...
There you go, Carol.
I'm telling you. What is that?
It is
my reading.
coincidence. That's it.
There were 17 floors! 17 floors on this ship!
It's a coincidence.
That's a big coincidence.
Would you like this, though, if this technology was developed, Carol?
No, absolutely not. No, because
Why?
I would get beaten up. Honestly, come on, everybody thinks things that they even I or even Brenda wouldn't say. You wouldn't say them. You do think them. And actually now I think it is quite dangerous. I think the thought police are coming. I think they are coming. Don't laugh. I honestly do, because I do think a lot of things and I hold a lot of opinions that I maybe sometimes don't air, because the narrative is such that if you do, you're seen as some kind of, criminal for having these
Talking of criminals
opinions.
and police things, maybe the police should be allowed to have something like that.
Why?
God,
no! No, are you mad?
No, but if they've got a criminal in there that's murdered somebody and or raped somebody and they're denying it and someone gets away with something, the police could find out the truth.
Yeah.
But we're getting into Minority Report up there, aren't we?
It is. It's really dangerous. I do worry about the thought police. I do worry about people not being able to think what they want without being told off or getting into trouble. And sometimes people say things on Twitter that, might not be I mean, maybe don't go along with the narrative and are a bit out of the ordinary, and they can get into so much trouble for it. But there's probably things that people are thinking. And if you could know what I'm thinking right now, I mean, it would be... Honestly, I would be in so much trouble. I would probably be... I'd probably be in prison.
I mean, you know, the journalist in me wants to ask, but
I want to know
the
what's
person in me
going on.
doesn't want to know.
I have got a filter, and I don't just say everything I think. Everyone thinks I do, but I
Yeah.
don't. I do keep some things to myself, and I do sometimes think really terrible things.
But don't you
And I
think
don't want you to know
a lot
about
of
them.
misunderstandings
Oh,
if you
God,
start
the
saying what you
audience
wanna
is
say?
looking a
But
bit
it's our
nervous now,
imagination.
I do have to say. Well, at one thing, you know,
terrible things,
I think
no.
we invent this technology and we get very excited about technology, but in some ways I think that's the easiest thing now, but it's how we use technology
Yeah, it can get abused.
that is really going to be difficult for us as a human race, you know. I mean, what are our values, what's permissible and what's not? That's the stuff that we really need to juggle with. Anyway, I'll just leave you with Carol's dark thoughts.